morning, good afternoon, good evening, traders from across the globe, and welcome to the 1779th edition of Short-Term Trading Live with Oscar Carboni. Traders, glad to be out in front of the camera. We're hoping that the editing machine is all back to normal. Is that yes?
Yes.
Yes. All right. So hopefully this video will end up out this evening, and you'll see what I've got in mind for trading tomorrow. That would be Wednesday, May 23rd, 2018. Traders, this 1779th video is coming at you on Tuesday night for trading on Wednesday and maybe the next day going forward. Remember, before we get into the topics on the board, if you don't know this, you certainly have never traded before, because if you have, you'd know this lesson just like that. You know what it is? Futures trading and stock trading is very risky. Yes, it is, kids. We know that. You know that. If you don't know that, you should put stops in, put them in first. This type of activity creates divorces all the time. Kids, put your stops in. This way you don't end up on the phone with the lawyer. All right, so what goes on? Red Omni on the board, NASDAQ, emini, S&P, Dow Jones Transportation Average, and the other usual suspects. Why? Omni flipped, and I say likely for a good reason. Omni flipped right after the close today for trading tonight into tomorrow, Wednesday. I said, well, Omni flipped. I wasn't expecting it, but it did. Let me go see why. I've got some good reasoning, and I will show that to you on the charts. I think you'll understand why we've got that red Omni on the board and why these guys look like they will certainly go down for trading on Wednesday. Gold, it's jittery here. At this juncture, gold has gone down a lot. The easy money on the downside in gold has been made. And at any moment, it can turn around and run and take out stops. And all that being said, the hunt remains a hunt in gold, baby. We're just going to keep selling it until it stops going down. Now, people say, oh, the bottom's in, gold's going to run up, it's going to do this, it's going to do that. And yeah, it certainly might, and it's in a jittery spot right now. But until it does, it hasn't. And coming out in front of this camera and telling you the hunt is on in gold for the last 10 to 15 days has been magical if you're trading gold. So why would we think the upside's coming until the day it turns? Now, we're day traders. If gold turns tomorrow, well, stops get hit. We're out of the gold trade for that one day, and we look maybe for upside. But while it's been going down, as jittery as it seems here at this juncture, jittery meaning it could really run up and take out stops at any moment, it's been bearish, it's been going down, the hunt will remain on, and then there's soybeans. Traders, the soybeans chart looking interesting. Fund managers are probably looking at it too. I will show you that soybeans are bullish. So, bearish your indices, bearish your gold on selling rallies, and bullish on dips on buying soybeans. Now, I've had many viewers write into me, and one just wrote into me again a day or two ago and said, Oscar, what about Bitcoin? What about Bitcoin? So, what about Bitcoin? Well, I will say this, and I'll show you the chart. It's not even on the board. The chart is boring. It is just lonely looking. It is sad looking. It is boring looking. And you would think that Bitcoin has nowhere to go. However, I, in front of this camera, made an investment in front of you cats, which we'll talk about right after this. I want to just read a little something to you. I made an investment in Bitcoin, and I told you cats when I made it, I am not kidding anybody or myself. I am buying it on this date, and I am expecting 4 years before I will look at it again and see what it is. I've got a 4-year projection, so I'm buying Bitcoin, and it was in the beginning of this year, and it had a value when I had bought it, and I'll tell you what it's worth now. But let me read this to you. Bitcoin, yes, it's boring. If you ask me, the chart looks horrible. It's just boring looking. It doesn't do anything anymore. It's dropped from almost 20,000 all the way down to 7. Doesn't look great, right? Let me take out my binoculars and share a little something with you here, kids. Here's why I'm telling you, in a few years from now, you're going to see that Bitcoin investment that I bought that's now worth half of what it used to be, it's going to pay off one day, kids. You'll see. Never sell your stock. You'll see it's going to pay. That's a great place to say, right? Stock in a railroad, never sell it. All right, so listen. Despite price drop, well, this is, by the way, this weekend's Barron's, right? You can see the date, May 21st. Maybe you can't see it. It's over here. It's over there. Barron's this weekend, May 21st. And here is your article. So, despite price drop, Bitcoin gets a vote of confidence. Now, it starts like this. Bitcoin has plunged 50 66% from its December highs. Warren Buffett has compared it to rat poison. You can't blame him if you see my account right now. It's been rat poison. And few people use it for everyday purchases. However, at this weekend's annual consensus conference in Manhattan, it is for Bitcoin, a lot of things took place. First of all, a lot more people showed up. Thousands of people showed up this time instead of hundreds last year. This year they paid $1,999 a plate just to get on the list. Forget about a plate, just to get on the list. And this is what caught my attention. The article is long, I won't bore you with it, but there's some stuff in here that caught my attention. What do I think about Bitcoin? Same thing I did when I bought this crap. Listen to this. There was much buzz about one company that was not even at the conference, Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs is reportedly preparing to start a trading desk that will buy and sell contracts tied to the price of Bitcoin. How about that, huh, kids? Tied to the price of Bitcoin. Goldman Sachs, go Goldman. So, it's notable because most of Wall Street shuns cryptocurrencies, but not the big banks. They're starting to come around. Other major institutions have already been pulled in. We are seeing a steady pickup in interest at the CME, one of the world's largest derivatives exchanges. Started offering Bitcoin futures in December. You remember that, everybody? The big launch of Bitcoin? At first, trading was light and skeptics wondered if CME had put too many barriers in the way. However, daily average volume has tripled in Bitcoin since January and shows no sign of easing. There's a whole lot more here. In some ways, Bitcoin has never, well, you know what? I don't need to bore you any further. There is a lot of good stuff coming down the road. It's not just about Bitcoin. If I thought it was about a digital currency, I'd be one of the nuts out there thinking, get rid of all the fiats, let's go digital. This is about the technology behind Bitcoin. That's why I bought Bitcoin. Blockchain. That's going to be big. That's going to be as big as the internet. It's going to sit on the internet. And these banks are getting into it for the blockchain. You'll see. That is why I bought my Bitcoin. We'll see where that goes. So now that you've heard a little bit of that stuff, I would like to show you something better. And that would be, let's go look at some charts. Traders, the NASDAQ daily bar, OMNI changes direction, and I immediately start to look for reasoning why. Now, I've been showing you this daily bar for weeks and weeks with this big bear flag. We popped out of the bear flag for a little while, but came right back down, got above the bear flag again, and created this. Now, what is that? And that is what is in question here. The NASDAQ is in a very, very interesting spot. Most technicians don't know what to do with this, and if they make a call, then they are using too much ego. You must allow this to make its own call and then chase down whatever happens next, and let me explain further. Is this a bull flag or a bear flag? Well, what does that mean? Let me just show you. So, you got out, came back down, got out again, came back down, and created this pennant flag. Now, the question is this a bull flag, slightly extended pole that created a nice pennant right here? If it is, it should get above the bear flag. Or, same picture, is this a bear flag that started with a very small pole right here? It's a small flag with a small pole, and that would be valid. Is it a bull flag or a bear flag? That has been the question, and the market is jumping up and down inside of it. Now, let me take this a little further. If, in fact, this is a flag, you see we had the channel here. Well, now that we have the spot where it got out, why don't we just pull the line out there and say that the flag grew? And if that's the case, miserable failure, top of a flagpole, and bear flag, and we should drop out of it. And that's what we are calling for tomorrow. Drop out of that bear flag. This is miserable failure. And is there proof? Check this out. Look at what the Dow Jones Transportation Average did to help prove out that theory. Top 1, top 2, top 3, a one-day brief pullback, you get above top 3, but look what happened on Tuesday. All the way down here, back below your triple top area, and settlement down here. Omni's now red. NASDAQ looks like it wants to break out of that flag. I say we sell the rallies just like Omni's telling us to do on Wednesday, and that's your indices. Traders, soybeans, look at this beautiful chart. Soybeans in a nice fat channel, flag type pennant sort of thing, above the 200 bar moving average. Now that's what's important here. Fund managers blue light special. Above the 200, above the 200, above the 200. See what I'm saying, kids? I mean, at least a run for this is probably what to be expected next. Omni's green. I like that. I know the fund managers certainly like that. That's your soybeans. And now we look at gold. Traders, here's what I'm saying about gold being jittery. It did the same thing here. It got jittery and jumped out of the flag for one day, and I warned everyone, do not buy this. Do not buy it when it comes out of that flag for day one. Follow me. The Omni, if it flips, will sell. The Omni absolutely flipped and got us back into short trades all the way down. Here we are, another flag. It popped out. Should we sell that? Was selling this a good idea? Yes. Would selling this be a good idea? Probably. Buying that? Not a good idea, just as the lesson I gave you in the last 10 days with this chart. I am not buying this one here either. We will sell it and see if it does the exact same thing and hopefully take us down to the bottom of the flag. That's your gold. Now, we always trade with stops. They will be in. We've done very well in gold. If tomorrow is a donation day, so be it. Gold's been very nice to us. Then it gets boring. BitCoin, hooray, boring, down, and now it's going nowhere. Not much going on for the moment. However, at least we're out of the horrible channel. And again, I thought BitCoin would end up here a long time from now. I still have 3.5 years to go before I'm even going to look up and see where BitCoin went. The thing about it is, it's not like I bought that and it went against me and I said, let's put it away. I told everyone the day I was buying it, I had a 4-year plan, and I always stick to my plan. So we will see what happens. 3.5 years to go for BitCoin to be much higher than it is today. Traders, join me at livewithoscar.com. Traders, now you've seen the charts. Right? You got my technical crazy reasoning behind this stuff. But really, red arrow, you can see why, undoubtedly. There was good reasoning for that. I think Omni just outsmarted me like that because I wasn't expecting the down arrow. I thought we were in a bull flag. Next thing I know, looks horrible. Omni points me in the right direction. I hope he points all of us in the right direction. That's emini, S&P, NASDAQ, tranny. Gold, as I showed you, jittery here, but the hunt stays on until the hunt stays on, until the hunt goes away and we lose the animal, right? And that's what's going to happen there. Soybeans getting jumpy. I think the Omniac's already bought it on the lows today and already have a fat profit in it. We'll see, because we trade at night. Market's open at 6 p.m. We have our orders out by then. We might have already been filled in soybeans because it went low enough to fill an Omni and went back up. So we'll see what happens. Now, traders, I've got something to ask of you. I would like for you to leave comments on this video of the city that you are at, city, state, country, wherever you are. Tell me where you people are at, and here's why. I have been approached by many people to possibly put together a little tour, and depending upon who writes back from which cities, the more popular we are in certain cities, the more likely that city will be ending up on our tour route. So, please leave us a jingle, a message, whatever you want to call it. Tell me what city you're from. Let me know by telling me the sports team. It doesn't matter. Just tell us what city you're from, and we could possibly put together some sort of a tour and get your city in our route. All right, traders, remember, do not trade alone. Come on down to livewithoscar.com. Don't trade alone. Come to my live trading room. I am there always, every day, every night. It is what I do. And if you're a trader, it's what you should be doing. Join me now, livewithoscar.com. Grab my platinum recommendations when I am going to trade. I don't care what market I'm getting in. If I'm getting in, I send my omni-axis signal at the same moment. You get in, I get in. If I'm getting out, I send the signal for you to get out. If you'd like to trade these trades with me, join the platinum service at livewithoscar.com. All right, traders, that's it. I'll see you at my site. Remember, Keep your emotions. Oh, wait a minute. I see someone looking at me over here. I've got my little girl, Natalie. Hi, sweetheart. She has been giving me great ideas. She wants to put together a little OMNI store where you can get your OMNI gear, and I love her ideas. And she's got a bunch of slogans, and she's putting together prototypes. And one of the slogans I've noticed already hit the board. God forbid I was still in the NFA. But you go ahead, girl. What's this say?
Want to give your money a high five? Call 702-629-4755.
Woo! You go, girl. Tell me this girl isn't thinking for me. Oh, I'm going to get to retire soon. You keep thinking like that, I'll be in the Bahamas in no time. Traders, livewithoscar.com. I'll see you there. Remember, thank you, Natalie. Keep your emotions out of trading. One of the best things you can do, in my opinion, to help keep those emotions at bay is to say this to yourselves every morning, every afternoon, every evening, and you know what that is. Stops are in. Emotions are out. Rock and roll. Keep that in mind. Say it to yourselves over and over again, and I'll see you at livewithoscar.com. Futures trading is risky and can cause substantial financial loss. We do not claim or guarantee that you will profit from the information provided.